Ahoy lads and ladies, my name's Hampy, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on the quest to be the best on the ranked ladder for Season 6. We're going to load into it. We're playing with the Foxy Boxing team that we're playing with this month. And we're going to, our rank should drop a little because we lost, oh well, we did win our last game, but I was going to say, I was like, we lost our last game, but no, we won the last game. And then I had a break for yesterday, had a break, so it's a new day today. So, can you tell? We've actually had a lighting upgrade in the room. It's actually pretty fantastic. Did have the electricians in here at like 9 in the morning this morning, so I say 9 in the morning, like 8:30 in the morning was probably closer to the punch. But taking us a little while to find an opponent here, but that can happen. We're at the higher end of the ladder, but definitely not the highest end of the ladder. Yeah, the sub 2000 area is where you want to be for good quality gaming. But at the moment, though, I'm feeling like I could almost do an episode of Casual Throwdowns, but we'll stick to the ladder for now, and see what happens. There we go. We found our opponent. Took some time, and we are a fair distance apart here. So they've got a Braviary, a Bisharp, a Corsoloa, Charizard, Tyranitar, and Sylveon. So they have the same thing we do with Tyranitar Braviary. That's a thing. Corsoloa can get annoying. What do we like here? What do we like? We like Hail. This actually looks like not a bad, like Ninetales Dracozolt. Just Icy Wind, whatever the heck comes out. Ferrothorn looks alright, and I think we're going to bring Inteleon in the back here. So this is a new mode added to the team. I think we tried it out in the last episode and it did not go well, but we'll try it again here. If first you don't succeed, then try again. This is the idea. And bisharp Sylveon is the play, and so bisharp Sylveon, what do we do against that? Say the Bisharp's faster. Do we want to go ahead and Dynamax straight away and go for it? What's Dracozolt's moves? We do have the Earthquake into the Bisharp slot. That is also known to have Sucker Punch as well, and that could do a lot of damage to us. I think we'll go. I'm gonna wuss out and we'll go defensive. I think we'll go defensive and bring in Ferrothorn. Just sort of see what happens next, because it's not a bad lead. But Sucker Punch does come out, and Aurora Veil comes out. We don't know who it was into, because Aurora Veil isn't actually an attack. I believe it doesn't count as an attack, so this shouldn't do too much to either Pokemon. And we see the Throat Spray come out from the Sylveon. Get that special attack boost. I think we're going to throw out Blizzard and I think Icy Wind. Like, Icy Wind's probably more useful, but Blizzard will do more damage. Yeah, I think Blizzard's fine. And I think we're going to Leech Seed this bisharp. So there's no Sucker Punch out of that bisharp this time. But yep, Ironhead comes into the Ninetales slot. That's alright, we've Ninetales has achieved its overall goal, I suppose. Hyper Voice comes out. This might do a little bit, but not very effective. Into the Ferrothorn. Straker's the right play. Very well could be. Inteleon. Yeah, Dracozold's good here, I think. We've got Veil Up, we've got Assault Vest. We're gonna go for a Max Quake, I think, and we're gonna go for a Gyro Ball as well. No, we're going to go for Max Quake into the bisharp slot and Leech Seed the Sylveon slot. I think probably should have Gyro Balled actually. Like, I think I might be a bit too passive there, but like, this bisharp probably Sucker Punches this. It'll probably outspeed us. Like, when I say outspeed this, probably Sucker Punches. It's not going to do all that much. Sucker Punch comes out. Definitely doesn't do that much, and the Quake comes out. So we get a Spadef boost. We KO the bisharp. We get a Spadef boost on our Ferrothorn as well. And if we can seed that Sylveon, we'll be doing alright. Hyper Voice comes out. Does a little bit of damage. It did non-zero, but also isn't going to KO us next turn, is the other thing. Now, this Sylveon's going to take some damage. Ferrothorn's going to take a little bit of damage. See what's next. Is it the Charizard? They had a Charizard, right? Corsoloa. That's just like bog standard ghost type, isn't it? Yep, just ghost. Yep. Gonna go for the Quake again into the Sylveon slot. I think this time. And again, we're gonna go for the Leech Seed into the Corsoloa slot. But I think that thing gets like Strength Sap. Sylveon uses Protect. That's fair enough. We're gonna get another Spadef boost. Will-O-Wisp avoids Ferrothorn. We get the Leech Seed off. But, so that's not bad. I think Hail has one more turn. Like, that's the last turn of Hail. Which means we have one more turn of Veil as well. So this isn't looking bad. Ferrothorn's looking pretty healthy here. We do have to worry about a Charizard in the back. Which I think we might make next Airstream this corsoloa. Protect Ferrothorn here. Same time, like gyro balling that corsoloa, doubling the corsoloa sight and trying to get the KO on it. Probably not the worst move in the world, like letting that Sylveon just die over natural causes. Ooh, gee. Okay. That thing's bulky. Hyper Voice comes out. It's now doing not too much to us because of our Will-O-Wisp comes out into the Ferrothorn slot. But that doesn't matter too much because Gyro Ball works off your speed, I believe, but it does hurt a little bit because we take some tick damage. And oh gee, that did a grand total of 0-ish. So that thing's obviously physically bulky, so we might be able to get like Inteleon for the close on it. And the burn's going to do a little bit of damage to us, and we see what the last Pokemon is, and it could be Charizard here. Charizard it is. So if we can KO that Charizard, obviously I think we win. I'm not sure what that Corsoloa is doing to us, but at the moment we're just like. So what do we do with our Ferrothorn? We went for the Gyro Ball last time, so we're going to Bolt Beak this Charizard, attempt to Bolt Beak this Charizard and protect with our Ferrothorn. We went for the Airstream, so we should be faster than this Charizard. So if we can get this KO, that should be about the end of it. It's a cool shirt. Where did you get that from? If we miss the Bolt Beak, we could be in a hairy situation. Oh, he's going first. Into Dracozolt. Thanks to our assault, we live it thanks to our assault vest and special defense boosts. Bolt Beak comes out, hits the Charizard, almost gets the KO. Corsoloa uses Strength Sap into the Ferrothorn slot, but it's not enough. We should be able to take this down from here. After hitting that Bolt Beak, that's looking promising to looking promising. So we can Aerial Ace from here. And if I was him, I would be going for the Ferrothorn this turn. I'm going to Leech Seed this Charizard slot. And goes for the Wildfire into the Dracozolt again. So that's going to KO. So we do need to hope we hit this Leech Seed. Oh, we don't. We've still got Inteleon in the back. He's going for the Strength Sap. So that's going to give it mucho health back. But we still do have it seeded, which is nice. And he hasn't KO'd our Ferrothorn. And Ferrothorn does get the seed on the Charizard. So the Wild Flames come in. And the Leech Seed comes in. It's not enough to KO Charizard. But because they have an Airstream now, Inteleon is faster. So... And eventually this Ferrothorn will just get the better of this Corsoloa, thanks to Leech Seed, I believe. I believe, but it may take a hot minute. This has already taken some, yeah, a good 15 minutes. So, oh well, I suppose it was a good 2 minutes before we actually got into the game, right? So we snipe shot down the Charizard, and go for like we're doing little to no damage to that corsoloa, but at the same time, like going for saving our protects for later is probably not a bad idea. And snipe shot KOs the Charizard, so that brings that down. So we do have Wildfire Flame still burning us for another 2 turns, I believe. Which Ferrothorn might actually just lose out to that. So the Will-O-Wisp comes out from the corsoloa. So let's hope we don't get walled by this thing, because it's a pretty power whip comes out, but we've been burned and that thing's hefty. So we're taking some taking a lot of chip here. Is what's happening now. So here's the thing. Well, I think I protect Ferrothorn here. I try and protect from the Strength Sap because he's got nothing better to do, I believe. I don't know what his actual moveset is. And we'll see how specially defensive it is. If it's so physically, super physically defensive, it shouldn't be unless it's just naturally physically defensive. But I don't know too much about it. I know it has stalled me out before, but we'll see if Sniper Boy and Gyro Ball can close it out. So it's taken some time to communicate here, so I wonder what he's thinking. Are we getting DC glitched? Is that a thing? How long does that take to actually work? It was, you know, Ferrothorn uses Protect. Snipe Shot comes out. We see what happens here. It does a fair chunk of damage. Nightshade comes into the Ferrothorn slot, so we get the Protect right, which is nice for us. And the Leech Seed's gonna do a bit more damage. And the Snipe Shot should be able to KO for the win. And in protecting our Ferrothorn there, if they had a Strength Sapped Inteleon, they wouldn't have got too much back, because Inteleon's attack stat is measly, I believe. I believe he's a very much special attacker. But if this Inteleon doesn't KO here, it should. It did a fair chunk there. It did a fair chunk there. Enough to KO, I think. So we did see it had Nightshade. So it's not enough. It definitely has enough to. And I think that was the last turn of Wildfire too. So I can see what this team sort of tries to do. And it's taken a long while to beat it, but we did get there in the end. They were trying to slowly win by attrition, I guess. And the Inteleon closes it out for us, and that's the game. Gee, wasn't that a long one, guys? That's 20 minutes for one game. Almost, so that was a longy game. So we're going to hope for a bit of a quicker one here, but that's what happens when you play games through Ferrothorn, I suppose. I was also playing pretty slowly, right? It did take a few turns to get going, and I wasn't going to raise this by too much because they were rank 10,000 or something like that, something ridiculously high compared to us, comparatively speaking. Yeah. Here we go. We found our opponent nice and quick. Let's see what we got. And it's a Sun team with her Trick Room option. So we've got Charizard, Torkoal, Venusaur, Gigalith, Excadrill, Mimikyu. So it's going to be Hail. With Dracozolt. And Tyranitar, I think. Yeah, like not... Oh, well, he's got Gigalith for Excadrill for Sand, so that's his, like, Sand mode. Do we have Ferrothorn in the team? No. I'm going to take out Dracozolt for Ferrothorn. I don't think he brings both fire Pokemon against my team. There's just too much that's strong against it. Even with the Ferrothorn, I think he just brings like the Torkoal. So, strategy goes. Or the flowchart says, should I say. I'm out of coffee. Flowchart, ooh, okay. So the flowchart says here, what do we do against this? Flowchart says we activate Safeguard and Protect. Because he's likely to switch in his Torkoal. And Sleep Powder is going to come down, so he's expecting, obviously expecting me to Aurora Veil, which I'm not planning on doing here. But he has brought double fire types, so it is crucial that we protect this Inteleon. Sleep Powder comes into the Inteleon slot, and Safeguard comes out from the Ninetales. So, now, we are going to switch in our Tyranitar and go for the Torkoal. Do we go for the Torkoal, or do we go for the Dynamax Airstream into the Venusaur? Could be Sashed. Sandstorm. Even if it is, ew, yeah. But it could go for like, yeah. Hopefully this Torkoal goes for a Protect. That's the ideal scenario, right? We're free to just like shoot it in the face next turn. No Sash. So we're looking strong. Because Torkoal's got probably Eruption, maybe even thinking a Solar Beam. Goes for the Eruption play. So we are looking strong here. With the Excadrill coming out in the back for his Sand mode. So it's unfortunate for us to have to sacrifice our Ninetales like this. But I'm gonna say it's probably necessary to get the KO on this Excadrill, right? Yep. Control the weather, beat this team, because the Excadrill's here for Sand mode. So we're going to Geyser the Torkoal slot. I think that's what we're going to do here, rather than... we're going to Geyser the Torkoal slot. because of the Pokemon that can come into that slot, basically. That Torkoal's pinned in. It could protect. But I did make the right play too here, and then at the same time here, right, like we set the rain up. Like the guy that comes in pops that Torkoal. Sets up the rain for us. Quake comes out into probably the Inteleon slot. Ooh, we hold on just. So now, again, the problem Pokemon like is Charizard, right? If we take out Charizard, we win this game. I think the play here is going to be an Icy Wind from Ninetales and a Protect from Inteleon. So we can slow down that Excadrill a touch. And also hopefully break a sash. The Charizard didn't protect, which is a bummer. It's kind of what we were looking for. Heat Wave comes out. It's in the rain, so it shouldn't do too much to our poor Ninetales here. It does a fair chunk though. And the Rockfall comes out now into, that's the, wow, he read the Protect, that's well played. So he goes, he wants the Sand Tick, that's smart. And for the double KO. Are we alive? We're still alive. Charizard gets bunted. The Sand's already up, so I think Tyranitar's our pick here. And so we went for Max Guard last turn. Like Charizard's still the problem Pokemon. There is only one more turn of Excadrill's Dynamax. Now Inteleon should still be faster than everything, that's another thing. I get the feeling that that Charizard's going to protect, but still, right? If it doesn't, we've got the game Excadrill guarded. Charizard might still guard. Nope, no guard from the Charizard, so that we should lock it down. That's it. That's going to be in the game. Because we do have Ferrothorn in the back to close this one out against the Excadrill. Inteleon coming up big, getting 3 KOs there. That's the last turn of this Excadrill's Dynamax, I believe. So we can Fire Punch. Or do we want to crunch? We just want to crunch? I think we want to crunch. Like, Excadrills have been running around with weakness policy. What other Pokemon has he got? Jigglypuff, maybe, but we're going to play it safe, and we'll play it slow and safe. We've got this win. It's basically in the bag here. Earthquake comes out. Does a bit. Doesn't KO the Tyranitar, which is huge. Crunch comes out and gets the KO on the Excadrill. So there it is, guys. We beat number 1000 and something, thanks to our sniper boy Inteleon and our duo weather setters for exactly this purpose. To be able to take down this popular sun setup that's, well, super popular, as you see. It's running rampant in the meta, but that's a half-an-hour video because that long one was so, that first one was so long. But so we'll call it there, guys, and I'll see you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.